So a normal distribution is where the mean, the median, and the mode are equal, and you have 50% of scores or data points above and below the mean. It's surprising what you'll find in the world. There are so many things that naturally are normally distributed. So in the image over here, you have dice, that if you toss 2 dice, the sum of the numbers is normally distributed. If you were to toss dice like 100 times or 200 times, the more times you do it, the more it comes out to look like a normal distribution. The sum of your dice being 7 is going to be the most frequent. These decimals represent probabilities. And so getting a sum of 12 is the least frequent, and getting a sum of 2, getting a pair of 1s or a pair of 6s, is the least frequent. And so you see this bell curve here. All right, so these are like getting an A plus, very rare, should be ideally, and then getting like F or D, low score, and then everybody here in the middle. Most people will be in the middle. Okay. And so there are lots of other examples in the world around you that are normally distributed. Heights and weights of people. If you were to interview many people, you would come to find that there are very few very tall people and very few very short people. And most people are kind of like in the middle, average height. Blood pressure, test scores, like I was just saying, annual rainfall. If you graph annual rainfall, you'll find this normal distribution also. If data is not normally distributed, we call it skewed. So if you have a spread to the right, so here's what it looks like with bars, and then if you were to just draw the curve over it, it looks like this. So this is called a tail. If your tail is to the right, it's called a right skew. And then if your data is spread out to the left, like this, your tail is on the left, then it's called the left skew. Also called positively skewed or negatively skewed for left skew. And so just a comparison of all three. Normal distribution in the middle down here is the perfect bell curve, and then you have left skew and right skew. This topic of normal distribution is very small right now. We're not going into any depth at all, just for you to get a sense, an overall sense of what it is exactly. Okay, so your homework questions will focus on the beginning portion of these notes. We'll focus more on reading these cumulative frequency histograms and graphing them. All right, have a nice weekend, everybody.